What do you do here if you're the Panthers or the Storm? Do you go for broke to get the win? Panthers trying to hold on to the top 4 spot. Do you want to keep a little bit in the tank? How do you play it?
Yeah, well, I think most sides will, by this time of year, know the trends and the success of what works and doesn't work for each side. I suppose wet weather footy tonight, Matty, will make probably the style of football maybe a little bit different to what we'll see in September. And a couple of players missing. So obviously, Isaiah Yeo missing from the Panthers, so that makes it that'll be a different style they play tonight in some regards, with Papali'i being the lock position. And for the Melbourne Storm, obviously Nelson also in the side, and obviously 2 centres that maybe when semi-finals come around won't be playing in the side either. So I take the grand final last year. I thought the Panthers come up with 2 set plays, and they scored 2 tries off executing those plays to perfection, and that was probably the difference. So there's not too many things these sides do wrong, and there's not too many things that you could sit back and go, that's where we're going to score, that's where we're going to beat them. So I look forward to the big arm wrestle tonight, and as you said, the Panthers are absolutely flying with confidence. I don't know how good Melbourne have been going the last, Panthers, this could be 10 wins in a row, but the last 10 weeks for the Storm have been hugely inconsistent. And I just don't know if they can get the job done against the Panthers if they're inconsistent again tonight.
I'm pretty sure the stat that I heard this morning on the way in from the Brecky show was Panthers v Storm. Panthers have never been run down after leading at half time. I'm pretty sure that's the correct stat. So at half time here, we may well get a very good pointer. So, and you make a really good point, mate. I just checked the weather system as well. So there's an 80% chance of rain today. It rained pretty heavy overnight where I am, and up to 15 millimetres of rain today. So that comes into the factor out at CommBank Stadium. So who's your selection, mate? Penrith or Melbourne?
No, I'll go Penrith definitely there on the fact that, as you just said that, and looking at team list, and confidence is a huge thing. So I thought the Storm were wonderful defensively last week, but I don't think their attack is firing at the moment, but it's going to be a good game in it. This is going to be taste of semi-final football, end-to-end arm wrestle in the mud, and 2 very, very good kicking games. So Munster and Cleary. Maybe Cleary's class will get it done.
All right. Warriors v Dragons tomorrow night?
I'm going to go the Dragons. I thought that was a huge victory for them last week. Flatto's got them going well. I don't know if the Warriors are going as good as the ladder predicts they are, and it'll be a big upset, but I think the Dragons might cause a little upset, and I think, only if they don't have to score a lot of points. Okay,
that's over there in Auckland, and also tomorrow night, a big one at Allianz, Roosters v Bulldogs.
Yeah, well, again, Matty, if you just said about that weather forecast, the Dogs don't really like the wet weather football, so I'm going to tip the Roosters. I think it's a big game for them, and they can get a big scalp, big pack of forwards. And I think the difference will be that the Roosters, probably desperation, have to win maybe for the semi-finals not far. And Canterbury haven't got a great form in the wet, so I'll tip the Roosters. Okay. The weather forecast for tomorrow, by the way, top of 20 degrees and minimal rain around. So I guess the thing with Allianz, mate, as we've discussed at length, is how much rain possibly falls today and how much also landed on that patch of turf last night. Sharks v Titans on Saturday, Arvo? I think the Sharks have to bounce back, don't they? They've copped a bit of criticism for their form, and especially that loss to the Dragons last week at home against the Titans. Just you'd think they'd win, wouldn't you? But I'm not super confident on that happening. But I also think the Broncos definitely get the victory on Saturday 5:30 game as well, Matty. It'll be obviously a big crowd there with local derby against the Dolphins, but I think the Broncos, I know they've got some injury concerns, bits and pieces, but I know Herbie for the Dolphins sort of will make them struggle a bit. Okay. Broncos, 2 strong in depth.
Broncos Eels, in the Battle of Brizzy.
Eels, let's fly into Eels. Mitchell Moses brigade happening, isn't it? So Moses will win. South Sydney very, very good with the Trell back last week. This will be a good clash now that they've got some players back, but I just like what Mitchell Moses is doing. I think he's taking his game to a whole new level since Origin last year, and he just seems to own the football field, and they are such a better side when he's playing for them.
You want to see, we'll just hold fire on this one here before we get to the next couple of games. Let's say AJ romps it in and breaks the try-scoring record this weekend. Just as a footy fan, right, forget your position in the game, just as a footy fan, are you the kind of bloke that would want to climb over the fence and run onto the field and enjoy the celebration of a big moment like that, or would you rather see everyone just sit back for a while and let it play out officially?
No, this could be one of the greatest moments, and as you said, Matty, history breaking of a record that's lasted a long, long time from Ken Irvine. So we didn't think he'd get there this year, and then all the tries he started to score, and what is he, 3 short, isn't he, of the record currently at the moment? So I think if he does break the record, on the moment that record gets broken, yes, it's like Tony Lockett when he kicked that goal. Just get the crowd jumping the fence and running out there. This is massive history-making moment if he does achieve it this weekend, or I think he will achieve it this year. So let's celebrate being the most try scorer in the history of the game.
All right, West Tigers v Seagulls on Sunday. The Seagulls need to win all 4 straight here to be any shot of the top 8. You'll be going the Tigers there, and Cowboys v Knights to wrap it up.
I'll get the Cowboys. 2 clubs really struggling, but I'll tip the Cowboys at home. And you know what? That might be the only game this weekend in the dry.
It might be. Now, who have you guys got NRLW? So you've got the Dragons Sunday morning at Allianz, or just before midday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a double-header with the boys. Obviously, our NRL side had the bye last week, so Indigenous jerseys around for West Tigers, and Allianz Stadium against Manly for the boys, and we play the Dragons. So a couple of changes for our side. Matty, looking for that first win for the year, and fingers crossed we can do a little bit better this week.
All right, let's get the first one on the board, mate. We'll speak next week. Enjoy the weekend.
Thanks, Matty. Same to you.
Thanks for watching. For more great content, subscribe to SEN League, your home of the greatest game of all.